Move over, Silicon Valley. North Carolina is rising fast as the tech destination of choice. Curious why? Let's break it down. North Carolina's Research Triangle, RTP, where some of the country's most prominent universities are located, is one of the fastest growing economies in the United States, outpacing Seattle, Dallas, and Nashville in 2023. 60 years ago, North Carolina was the second poorest state in the country. It was dependent on tobacco manufacturing, making billions of cigarettes, manufacturing furniture. But look what's going on now. In the past decade, tech giants like IBM, Apple, Google, Facebook have invested billions in this region. Not only tech companies, but biotech companies as well. And they're investing heavily, giving Boston a run for its monies. Companies like Johnson & Johnson, Fujifilm, which makes more than film, lots of drugs, and a little company called Novo Nordisk, a Danish company that makes the drug Ozempic, is seeing the Research Triangle as the new holy grail. Billions and billions of dollars are being poured in. Why are some Americans and companies trading in the big cities like San Francisco, Boston, and New York for this little North Carolina pocket? Well, one of the big reasons are the three major research universities: the University of North Carolina, Chapel Hill, Duke University, and North Carolina State, NC State. They are all calling the Triangle home. In addition to them, the Research Triangle is surrounded by 5 other universities. A huge talent pool. The RTP, which is short for the Research Triangle Park, was started in 1959 as a cooperative between government, businesses, and universities as a way to lure companies to the talent that was pouring out of these colleges. This has obviously helped to diversify the state's economy from tobacco, where it was ranked last, to a high-tech economy. Recently, CNBC ranked North Carolina as the 4th most important state to consider when considering economic and job growth in 2024. The influence of the Research Triangle Park cannot be underestimated with regards to the growth that it has had on the region. And there are still more companies coming and wanting to move there. 10 years ago, 15 years ago, if you went to any one of these 3 big universities and you graduated and you had a STEM degree, you left and you went to Boston, you went to New York, you went to San Francisco to work in the high-tech fields. Now, those jobs and those companies are already here and they keep on coming. Because of the amount of available talent, these companies are easily able to fill their coffers with some of the best talent in the world. The Research Triangle is the largest of its kind in North America. Because of its hub status, it has become the nation's 10th fastest growing regions since 2020. STEM jobs in the Triangle pay very, very well, and the Triangle's median household income is about $87,000, around 20% higher than the average median income around the country. And on top of that, the region has a lower unemployment rate than most of the rest of the country. In June 2024, Raleigh was named the most promising job market for recent graduates. And although housing has really blown up everywhere, compared to big cities like the aforementioned New York, San Francisco, or Boston, it's still comparatively inexpensive. And now I know there's going to be some internet trolls that are going to be leaving comments and they're going to complain that the housing prices have gone up, which they have. Many locals are going to complain and say that the area is completely full, stay away, no more people, no more room for anybody else. But there is plenty of room. There's plenty of places to move, and there's room for growth. And that is the price of growth. And I'm sure plenty of these people complaining who own a home are cashing in at this point because of the increase in home prices. People in the Raleigh-Durham area have gotten a lot of equity in their homes. Now I can tell you that a lot of large companies that are coming here are also building these huge facilities because there is plentiful amounts of land available. Unlike the big cities of Boston, San Francisco, and New York, the Research Triangle has an expansive amount of land, which is key for large manufacturing. and which also means that there's room for more housing as well. Some of these companies, in fact, are building their facilities, and across the way from their facilities, they're building housing complexes and retail shops. So it is booming. The relative size of the Research Triangle region, comprising of the Raleigh, Durham, and Chapel Hill areas, is still relatively small in comparison to some of the most urban areas in the country. Charlotte, for instance, where I'm based, is actually twice the size of Raleigh. But we don't have as much high tech. We have a lot of banking here. Some of the drawbacks that some people have mentioned about Raleigh is there's not a whole lot of stuff to do as far as nightlife is concerned and restaurants. Now that was partially the case here in Charlotte. It has changed as Charlotte has grown and changed significantly with population growth. And that's going to come to Raleigh as well. Like they say, if you build it, they will come. Now, there are other cities that are more cosmopolitan than Raleigh, but lifestyle is phenomenal there. Now, for families that have relocated to the Raleigh area, whose parents may still be in the Northeast or the Midwest or in the West, they can still get to the Raleigh area very easily because the main airport, RDU, was named the fastest growing top 50 airport in the country in 2023. And in speaking from personal experience, the airport is small, so easy to navigate. It's a pleasure to go in and park, get to your gate. Very, very low stress. Great airport. I've used it a number of times from the Charlotte area. Easy to take a weekend trip with your family or your family to come in and visit to Raleigh. Many people have discovered that Raleigh is a terrific place to live and bring up a family. People are moving from all over the country and are moving to the Raleigh area. They are discovering that the people are nice, weather is great, people are helpful, and they're here to help you succeed. Even some of the colleges have programs to help businesses get off the ground. And in addition to its growing young population, Raleigh is ranked 7th for educational attainment rates, with nearly 50% of the residents in the Raleigh area, 26 and older, holding at least a bachelor's degree. Only Washington, D.C., San Francisco, Austin, Texas, Boston, Denver, and Madison, Wisconsin were higher. People from all over the country have come here and successfully opened up new businesses with the help of the universities, like I said, who have programs to help new business owners. Sometimes even competitors are here to give you small tips and tricks about how to do things and get things off the ground. The tech industry has attracted all kinds of businesses. Durham is ranked #1 of the top cities to start a business. In July 2024, CNBC ranked North Carolina and Durham as the second best state for business based on the economy, diverse workforce, and pro-business environment. In 2022 and 2023, didn't rank second, it ranked first. So we moved down one spot. Beyond the helpful community, North Carolina's corporate income tax is at 2.5%, and it's the lowest in the nation. And it's set to be reduced to 0 by 2030. The state has also a flat income tax, which means a new business can reinvest more of their money into their businesses. And as the science and tech scene has developed, it creates many opportunities for other businesses to thrive. The tech impact on the region cannot be understated. North Carolina's job market is forecast to grow faster than the majority of other states. Raleigh saw some of the greatest increases in employment among metro areas between November 2022 and November of 2023. Young professionals are moving here. They're moving here to raise families, and they're moving here because of the quality of jobs that are available. And quality of life in North Carolina is an increasingly great draw. It's a beautiful, beautiful place to live. It's becoming a top destination for people across the United States and the world to move to. North Carolina is a beautiful state, diverse landscape, mountains, coastlines, and of course our major cities. North Carolina always appears on the list of best places to move in the US. Now, it's not all sunshine and rainbows, kids. While there was a healthy amount of job growth, especially in the construction industry, employment has slowed down a little bit. And while companies are putting down roots and investing billions and billions of dollars, venture capital funding is still far from that of California or New York, and some risks still remain, which can hinder further growth. The area of the triangle is very, very car dependent, and the triangle lacks public transportation and infrastructure. There are many complaints from people traveling from Raleigh to Durham. It may take 30 minutes to get between the two of them about the amount of traffic, the amount of time it takes to get between the two cities and commute. It could be a major drawback for expansion. It's a big, big drawback. There was a commuter rail plan shelved in 2023. Transportation Department gave $25 million as a grant for a bus hub in 2024 to the Raleigh-Durham area, but that's not going to work. Now the interstates and the major roads in the triangle get very, very clogged, so that is a major drawback. The region has tried to develop some mass transit, but it hasn't happened so far. So structurally, transportation would be the largest deterrent in the growth of this area. Other than that, it is well positioned to continue to grow. Now I know housing is inexpensive relative to bigger metro areas, but it's not inexpensive. Prices of the homes in the Raleigh-Durham and Chapel Hill area are actually a lot more expensive than they are here in Charlotte. Chapel Hill prices actually were up 23.4% in June 2024 from the prior year. Now, if you're thinking of relocating to the North Carolina area in Charlotte, I can help you here find a luxury home, a new home, or a custom home. If you're moving to Raleigh or anywhere else in the country that you're relocating to, I have a network of the top real estate professionals. Feel free to reach out to me at any time, call or text. So why choose the Research Triangle area? Raleigh, Durham, Chapel Hill, huge universities, great support from the people in the communities, great community environment, great job opportunities, great place to bring up your family, safe, great schools, place is growing like gangbusters. It is always considered one of the best places to relocate to in the US of A. My name is Eli Magids. Thank you so much for watching. And until we see each other again, next time.